Well, good morning. It's day 3 and we're on the last leg today. It's about 79 miles down to Wendy's house, and I've got another 7 after that. So it's going to be a long day, but hopefully today we're going to have mainly tailwinds and it's not going to be quite as climby. Yeah, famous last words.
And no diversions.
And no diversions. It was really annoying when we looked on Strava because that diversion yesterday was a great big sort of horseshoe loop, and the bit that was closed
for about half a mile.
Yes, nothing. So we'll hope for that today. We overnighted in Brig and we were both very impressed with Brig. Pretty little town, very, very quiet. We stayed in a pub called the Lord Nelson, and we were very pleasantly surprised. It really didn't look that brilliant on the website. So when we actually got into the place, we were very impressed with first impressions. And the rooms were nice, they were clean. I had a single room, but there was plenty of room in it.
Yeah.
Shower was really good, really lots of hot water. And then of course just downstairs the restaurant was there, and had a really good dinner. And for those that like real ale, they've got real ale, and the prices were very reasonable. And I think if you're coming up here from the south, you're going to be very pleasantly surprised with pricing. Now, leaving Brig was fairly busy, but the roads were wide.
It was school time as well.
And it was, yeah, school run time, which is always difficult. But now we're out onto the country lanes. We've just crossed the A15 over a bridge. Now, that was one of Bruce Watt's ideas, because on the tourist route, he felt crossing the A15 directly was not a particularly good thing. Now the road route does route that way, right here, Wendy. The road route does route that way, but for the tourist route, we've come across it, across a bridge. It makes it more pleasant. As I was saying in the first episode of this ride, I've had a lot of help from people, other cyclists, and I've already mentioned some, but I should also mention Damon Blackband of Sustrans, who's been a great help. We tried to keep onto the Sustrans routes as much as possible. And the other person is Paul Spence, and Paul has actually come up with a Wolds route for us that you can find on the website. It's a bit of a climby one, it's about 70 miles from memory. And of course this thing will keep on growing. One of the things we've talked about on this trip is the possibility of actually cutting this route in half, so people that don't want to do the full 300-mile tour, they can probably start in Lincoln and do a loop either way. So that's the beauty of doing it the way we've done. It's not a printed route. Because it's online, it's dynamic, we can change things. And one of the things we hope to change, we'll tell you about a bit later on. We've come out of the woods onto an A road, but fortunately we're not on it for long.
For the Porsche.
That's better.
You sort of breathe, don't you, as you come off a main road? You go, ah.
Yeah, back in the room. Another nice little section through the trees. There's certainly some pleasant roads. Be nice if the sun came out though, because it's a bit chilly again this morning. Have a look at the temperature. 10 degrees. Wendy doesn't get her legs out normally until it's 15.
No. Cold.
We do have some rain forecast, including thunderstorms, but fortunately the forecast is for them to stay south of Grantham, so we're hoping that we stay dry today. And we desperately need rain, but just not today, thank you very much. We're just passing through Gainsborough and we've come across Gainsborough Old Hall. On the way here we saw a cemetery called the Dissenters Cemetery. We had no idea what it was, but it's saying here, the pilgrim story begins with a group of religious dissenters known as separatists because they believed it was necessary to separate from the Church of England. Many of these people came from the area around North Nottinghamshire. Persecuted in England, these separatists moved to Holland in 1607, and it is people from this group, together with other colonists, who made the journey to America on the Mayflower in 1620. I can see the cathedral to the right. Well, I can see some tall buildings. I think it's a cathedral. Can you see?
Right on the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have to wait until the hedge is a bit lower. Nice view of the cathedral. Now this route doesn't take us into Lincoln, we skirt it, but we have made a separate route that goes from Skellingthorpe into the city centre, and it's only about 7 miles round trip, I think.
Sorry.
That's all right, no need to be sorry.
I'm just starting out. Just getting past on your left. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now I'm going to break into this video just to tell you about a giveaway that I promised some time ago. I've not announced it because I only want loyal viewers to benefit from it, those that have actually watched this far. But the giveaway today is actually a mini electric pump. Now this is a pump that's ideal for, certainly it'll pump up a couple of road bike tyres, it'll certainly pump up a larger tyre, and maybe you'll even get two out of it. It's rechargeable, it's got a pressure gauge, it automatically cuts off, and what I'd like to do is for one of you to benefit from the pump. So all I need you to do is first of all comment on the main video that you're watching now, and just at the end put your postcode. It has to be a UK postcode, I can't send it abroad, but UK postcode at the end. I'll know then that you want to be in the draw for the pump, and in a couple of weeks I'll draw it, send it out to you. So good luck, and there'll be another little giveaway coming very shortly. Well, we're on home territory now, Wendy.
Yay, we know where we are. Feel like you're almost home, don't you?
Yeah, we've still got 36 miles to go though.
Yeah. Halfway point's always good.
Yeah.
Home territory's always good,
Yeah,
I guess.
feels like home.
Yeah. Although you kind of feel sad that you've missed all the adventures over in a way, isn't it? When you know the roads, you kind of think, oh.
But more to come.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think 3 days is good for me.
I think it's good as well, yeah.
Yeah. As you're saying, any more you need a break.
Any more it's like fish, it goes off. This is Skellingthorpe, and this is where our little Lincoln city centre and back starts. It's a free car park and you're straight onto the trail, and you can ride right into the centre of Lincoln, all off-road. We've just come off the disused railway track. It's a beautiful off-road route, and we're now into the village of Harby. Harby's notable because this is where Queen Eleanor of Castile died in 1290, and her body was transported back to London, and all along the route, wherever her body rested for the night, the king erected a cross, and these are known as the Eleanor crosses. The only one that's really preserved is at Geddington in Northamptonshire, and it really is worth a look. Unfortunately now there's nothing left of the old manor where she died. It's all a housing estate. Now this part of the route does drag on a bit. It's not something that we're looking forward to because it does seem to drag on. However, we have the Trent Vale Trail opening June. Maybe by the time you see this episode it will be open, and that means if we carry on down that disused railway track to the Fledborough Viaduct, we can turn off and the Trent Vale Trail takes us to Collingham, and then from Collingham again it's off-road all the way to Newark. Well, we've got 21 miles to go now to Wendy's house, so for me it's another 28 miles, and we're now on this lovely trail. It takes us all the way into Newark, well, virtually. Done 56 miles so far, and it's been a great day because we've had this following wind.
It's been glorious, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Not sure I would like to have done it with a headwind.
We were coming along the Fosdyke navigation, and a couple passed us going the other way and then turned around and came back because they are subscribers. We stopped and had a chat. Apologies, we've forgotten your names, but you know who you are. Really nice to meet you. Once the Trent Vale Trail's open and we join it up to this, you'll be able to ride all the way from that railway to where we are now, off-road, and it goes through a beautiful nature reserve. Now obviously for the road route we're not sending them that way, but for the touring route I think you'll enjoy it. Wendy, we're close,
nearly at Bottisford.
close
Woo.
to Bottisford. How are you feeling?
I feel good. One or two aches and pains which are nothing to do with the ride. It's just that I've hurt my ankle somehow. But no, I feel really good. It's been a super experience.
And what did you think to the route?
Great, a good mix. Good mix of roads, tracks, seaside, hillside, bit of towns, lots of pretty villages, bits of history. Yeah, good mix, really good mix. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I have to think what my highlight is.
My highlight was today with that lovely tailwind all the way, especially when the sun came out.
I think some of the country lanes today were beautiful.
Yeah, and
I
down.
thought some of the villages on the first day
Yeah,
were stunning.
and down by the Fosdyke Canal was nice.
Yeah,
because it's new.
waters, yeah.
Well, this is a perfect end to a perfect 3 days. Well, almost perfect. We've really enjoyed it. Today has probably been one of the best cycling days I've ever had. Now, the route has been slightly shortened today because we wanted to try this alternative. And in fairness, it's an alternative we use a lot. And we think it might be better to just alter the route slightly to take this in. I'm currently on just coming up for 76 miles. I would think I'll be on 80 by the time I finish. So it's probably shaved about 6 or 7 miles off what was going to be the total for today. So this part of the route into Grantham takes in this disused railway line, part of NCN 15. You have to be a little bit careful. Do get a few dog walkers. Got to share the path. So for the 3 days I've ridden with this Easy Psycho backpack. This is the roll top touring one, and it's been great. It's not shifted. I hardly knew it was there. I think the only problem I had was when you try to swing your leg over the bike, you forget the bags on the back. But yeah, it's worked really, really well. And what's really good about it is being able to carry it into your room. So you can literally get everything packed up, go back out to your bike, and just clip it on. Well, this is the last leg of the route into Grantham. It's along the Grantham Canal. And you'll follow this all the way along to the edge of the town, cross over at the controlled crossing, and then you've got a shared cycle path pretty much into the town. But I turn off here. I normally wouldn't do this 12% hill, especially at 78 miles, but I have said I'll be in by 5:30, so better push on. So thanks for joining us. And I hope you can ride some of the King John Way, if not all of it. And remember that all the routes are on the website, which is thekingjohnway.com. And we also have a King John Way Facebook page if you'd like to join, and just let us know if you're doing the route or if you've done the route, and any suggestions you've got. We'd be happy to hear them. I'm not going to talk to you as I go up the hill because it will just be a lot of heavy breathing. So I'll say goodbye to you now and see you next time. Bye for now.